Hey guys, Scott here with another tip of the week. You know, at our last Academy, we've been going through some of the questions from that out in Los Angeles. And one of the questions that I wanted to go through that came up over and over again was one that probably need to readdress. It's in the home study system. We talked about it an awful lot in evaluating facilities, but I thought I'd make it clear for those of you out there that may have forgotten or haven't heard it for the first time. So, we talked about the expense ratio in a self-storage facility, and in our slides and in the manual we talk about the fact that most facilities, self-storage facilities, the income to expense ratio is roughly 28 to 35% on the high end, meaning your expenses are roughly 28 to 35% of the income that the facility generates. Is that typical, and what do you use versus for climate control versus non-climate control? Well, there's a number of factors that can factor into that, and one of those is climate control. So if you have a facility that you're evaluating that has climate control units in it, the expense ratio is going to be a little bit higher to pay for the cost of the HVAC on those units. Your standard run-of-the-mill garden variety style self-storage facility without all the amenities and temperature control, if it's just out on a gravel lot, paved lot without really anything else and not even an office, it's going to be on the low end, maybe around the 20, 27, maybe even 28% expense ratio as a percentage of income. So as you're looking at facilities, that's also a good benchmark. If you don't have all of the expense figures in the beginning before your due diligence, if you're just looking at the facility before actually making an attempt to buy it, and you're missing a few of those, then maybe pad that a little bit to get to that place where you look at the income to expense ratio, and if it's stabilized income around 80% or so, then that ratio should be somewhere in that about 30% range, and so you're pretty safe if you go a little bit higher than that when you're actually just evaluating it for the first time until, again, you get a chance to dig in. So with that, this is another tip of the week. Happy investing to all of you.